there. The graveyard got to go through, and as the water washes in, the different, you get a few bones here and there, and pretty soon And I've also heard that possibly they have done a sidewalk down there, because there are a lot of, between our hotel and the town, there was absolutely nothing whatsoever except for the graveyard. But I understand they put a sidewalk, and there's some houses in there. But you got to get into, obviously you will go into town and knock out.
How's the beach over there?
The beach down where the hotel was just knockout. It'd be down from where they are. Just the best, it was the best beach in French Polynesia.
Yeah, like you said, we're going to flop on it for 3 days.
Yeah. You'll really enjoy them. She speaks perfect English,
yes,
and
he's
American.
They only have this one.
And it used to be 100 a day. Is that what it is now?
Yeah.
9,000 francs.
9,000 francs,
They
110.
have, I think, 2 units. They have a little honeymoon bungalow that's off a little ways, and then they have a 2-bedroom
that sleeps 5.
Oh, okay. Because I always, when the kids come in here and you get a bunch of surfers, it's a perfect place for them.
Yeah, they asked us if we had our surfboard.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Because the surf is right out in front, where the
cool.
big trading schooners come in. Oh, God, it used to be beautiful.
The taxi driver.
Well, the bigger unit is 15,000. If you ever want to recommend anybody there.
And you put 5 in there because it comes to nothing each.
Now, did you spend more time on Huihine?
I was up there for about, when we were building, I was up there from about 70 to 73. And I really enjoyed it. We had a great big old house called Fari Humbo, means the humble house. We had bunk beds in all the rooms. We had a lot of us living up there. And the first guy finished work, I was laying pipe up doing our water line. We'd already built our electric plant. And first guy in would start the barbecue. And the other guys start cooking. And the next guy in would start mixing drinks for everybody. And you just have your drinks and laugh and chuckle. And you all went down early because you got up early. You're all up at 4:30 or 5 to start work. It was just a great time of my life. You couldn't get any vegetables or anything up there, so I started a vegetable garden way in the back, red tomatoes and lettuce. Then got a call from my partner, Jay, and he said, you better get back here. We need help on the chicken farm. So I had to leave there. God, I loved it.
So do people keep up the hotel effort on Huihine when you return?
No. Oh.
Did it first?
I'm lost here.
Oh, on Huihine. I know that you started.
No, we had a problem. There were 2 kids. They're Demis.
Right.
Their father's name was Charlie Brown. He came out here and bought land everywhere. And he bought that piece. They had never worked in their life, the kids. And no matter how much money they were making, it was never enough. And we had got sick and tired of them taking us to court to get the rent up. We had a contract for 25 years at $5,000, and being as we're foreigners, the judge just took it up to $10,000. You can't operate a little tiny 44-unit hotel like that unless you're 4 and getting $2,000 a night. So,
still there? Is it vacant?
I'm sorry, it went down. It just went upside down.
But is the building still there?
No, nothing. I understand there's absolutely nothing. They just bulldoze it and they're going to sell lots. Yeah, she was a bad one. There aren't many bad Tahitians, but she happened to be. She was the Tigris Euphrates of bad people. That's where badness started. See you tomorrow.
If my father was still here, he would have enjoyed you so much.
Good.
Buenas noches.
Take care.
You guys would have had a good time together.
So the Pacific, we found actually a local seller. You get a Pacifico in New Jersey, but it's not the same beer in the bottle. I believe it's actually bottled in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not in Mazatlan.
Because it's so popular down there. It's made by the company that does Corona.
Right.
And everybody in Mexico drinks Pacifico. In the States, they drink Corona.
But you can get Pacifico in the U.S. It's just bottled elsewhere, and it's a different.
It doesn't have the same body.
You tried it.
Kinana reminds me of Pacifico. It's a little.
What'd you forget?
Did I see the constellation, the Southern Cross, the other night?
Yes, it's
It's over in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Is that it over here? I think.
Yeah, if there aren't any clouds, you'll be able to see it's a boy's kite lying on its side coming
Yeah,
this way.
right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's right
Yeah.
there.
That's what I thought. Now, can you see Orion down in this
Yeah, oh yeah.
hemisphere
You bet, it's
sometime?
right off over here.
Because we have it up He'd be lying our on way. his side.
Right
Uh-huh.
there.
Yeah, we have it up our way
Yeah.
the rest
We saw
of
that
the year.
first night we were here.
You know what? With John, the fellow with the beard,
Left today.
we left today. Said he was up like around 10, 11 o'clock, and he saw the Southern Cross, and the kite end was pointing more or less down. You know, the center.
Yes. Well,
And
that's
then
when I
around
saw it.
2 in the morning, it had moved. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's not a surprise. But not only had it moved, it actually had tilted.
Oh.
So that it was the tail end was sort of at,
Yeah.
at an angle.
Yeah.
We didn't have that, like all those knowledge, years of science and that we carried with that, the stars stay in the same place.
How have you set up the utilities here for this facility? The power and the water?
Years ago, each hotel made their own.
Power?
And then about 30 years ago, about 25 years ago, a company came in that did all the electricity in Huahine, Tahiti, and did a big plant here. It's over on the far side. If you run around the island, you saw a great big supermarket over on the far side, or the Champion,
Right.
and it's right next door to that.
Oh, that runs the power for the whole island?
Yeah, for the whole island.
So
It's expensive. It's expensive like you can't believe. We pay about between $15,000 and $20,000 American a month here.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's brutal.
What are they turning to make the power? The diesel? Diesel?
Yeah. We don't have it. What do you call it?
Hydro?
Water.
There's no solar to a large extent?
No.
Yeah.
There are people. They heat their water. There's one American on the far side of the mountain behind me there, and he does his whole house, including the washing machine, with solar. He's a smart guy. But I don't know anybody else who does. They make so much money, they just take the easy way out. Electricity for the average house, your refrigerator and your lights, is about $60 a month. Well, that's not bad, but
What gives you the air conditioning, right?
yeah,
That's the most
if you do
expensive.
air conditioning, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in real trouble.
Now I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any tattoos?
My God, at my age,
What?
if we'd have come home with a tattoo, that'd have been it.
Really?
Yeah, they've been all over. You just find a new place to live.
So none of you had one?
Oh no, God.
Really?
No, it's our vintage. You didn't ever do a thing like it.
Interesting. I mean, after living here for so long, I thought you might have.
It hasn't been in so long.
Oh, really? Except with the locals, or?
They weren't tattooed.
Ah.
It's quite new. Last 25 years for them. There'd be guys down from the Marquesas or something with a tattoo, but nothing like now, with the whole body and the back and
Face, everything.
yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't dare. 45, I'd have been 16, so one more year they went into 17.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's how old he was in 39.
So it made an impact on you? Just you remember being rationed and...
Yeah, well, it wasn't that bad. I had a big victory garden, so I took care of the neighborhood. And Dad had a marine dock where we fueled fishing boats. So there was plenty of fish, and I always loved fish. And we take gas, we didn't need the gasoline stamps. We take it from the boats, because we were fueling the fishing boats, and they had a AA1 priority. And it didn't hit us that hard. And we were up on the hill in Newport, not down on the beach. You still had to keep everything shut, and all of the street lights that faced out were painted black. Just toward the mountains, they were still clear. So it didn't hit us that hard. A couple of kids our great running back was killed, the Japanese. And
Where was he?
I think maybe it was Tarawa.
They just go crazy.
I'm not going to get in with them sharks. That's usually the person who comes back and God, that was great. I did get in and it was just wonderful.
When did he start doing that?
Well, the picnic without the shark feeding, we started up at Bali Hai before I left for the States, for cross states. So that was in the late 70s that started. And then I was mostly up there for about a 15-year period. I'd be in and out. And that's when they really took off. It really took off.
Because the first year we did it, you didn't see any sharks from the boat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you got in and there was some. Last year, you could see them from the boat.
Yeah. They're like little dogs now. They know they're going to get fed when the boat pulls in. There was a great big cockroach in my bathroom. When they tip over, they can't get back up.
They're the big, yeah, they're pretty flat.
And there was a great big cockroach in my bathroom. When they tip over, they can't get back up.
They're the big, yeah, they're pretty flat.
And it reminded me, I was doing the buffet at Hotel Bali Hai. We had a beautiful buffet. And we had those big coffee urns that you push the top of and the hot coffee comes in. And this family, I think they were from New York, 2 kids and a mother and father, and I had just handed them their plates. And I looked down and 2 of the biggest cockroaches I had ever seen are on top of the coffee cup. They just quietly handed the plates back and said, is there somebody place else to eat?
Now, there was one we saw about like this big, it was black?
No, these are light brown.
Yeah, what are those? Do you know? Just
One's a big beetle.
I don't know. Boy, the weather out front where we are is just clear. Beautiful. Getting a few clouds in. I figured we'd probably maybe get smacked tonight again with rain.
Yeah.
When it's that nice, I mean ultra nice, maybe it'll go a day and you don't get it, but you're going to get some rain.
now, do the clouds kind of circle around because of the winds?
The wind comes between the 2 islands. Our clouds are coming over, they're easterlies. And when they get out here, quite often, the way it comes around that mountain, it'll drive them down into the bay.
Oh.
But usually when the great big ones, you see the great big ones outside, they're on down to Huihine, Raiatea, and Taha.
Now the hurricane that hit here was in 06.
Yeah,
That was
that's where the story hurricane comes from.
right.
Yeah, I'm not going to get a pick till late June, and then they really come in August, September, October.
That was once an alternate name for avocado, some sort of pear.
In the States, they used to call it an alligator pear.
That's right.
That's what they call it. Good evening.
Yeah.
How are you tonight?
Let's sit over here then.
You gotta take a night off every now and again.
All right. Well, it's going to be about like that. We'll get redder. It'll get redder.
Hello.
Hi there. Hi there.
You don't want to grab a chair while you're waiting? Okey doke.
No, I'm gonna watch the crab races.
That'll be about 6,
Yeah.
10. I'm getting well on it. I wonder why they always like the elbow. You guys that didn't? Good.
We got it right
Got
before
it?
we came.
Okay.
Thank you. And we have some here too.
We found here.
Mhm.
I mean,
We heard they were like
little dogs before we came over.
They're itty bitty 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 things. You can't see them.
Little white ones.
Just like that. They go up and down the leg. And each time they stop, they put out that whatever it is that softens your skin so the proboscis will go in. It's, you know, they go up your leg and drop that stuff 4 or 5 times before they find a spot they like. So that's where your itch comes.
That's only the female.
That's right. Sure enough. Sure enough. That's just the female.
That's right.
What about the male?
He doesn't.
No, it
do
doesn't
He
treat
doesn't
you.
sting.
Story about the hotel that's closed down next to Quebec.
It was purchased with stolen money.
Oh.
A guy worked, a Frenchman, and he worked for an insurance company. And somehow, over a period of years, he was able to steal $2 million. And he came down here and bought that hotel. It had been built. And it took quite a number of years for him to catch up with him. And they did. They just came in and took him off to jail and sat there for quite a while. And then it went up for auction, and there's a guy named Louis Vuitton who owns all the great big supermarkets and Sheraton hotels and everything. He bought it out of auction for almost nothing, I think $1 million before.
Are they going to do anything with it?
We understand from what we have heard that there was a big bus of the big people from Papiedi came over, the president and the vice president, everybody, and they were thinking of making it into a culture center, which would be good.
Yeah.
That would be great. And they could maybe get the boats back over this way. The boats never affected us, but for the people on board, there's something for them to do. Where it goes in over there, there are 3 Chinese stores, and that's it. You've got to go miles before there's anything. Right here, you know, you've got your top phone, you've got the Quebecer right there, and you go to Ron Hall's Pearl Shop, and the restaurants start along the way. But going in that second bay, the guy had pull, and he got them over there. So if they would do this, I think, bring them back. In fact, I know they would bring them back.
Would they just sit out like they do in that other bay? Just kind of.
Yeah, come in on shuttle boat.
Are they still running the Paul Gauguin?
Uh-huh.
I just came off on Saturday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but fabulous
Nice.
things about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
real
really
good.
was.
It's a good way to see the 5 islands and not have to pack and unpack and go to an airport. And then you'll obviously find an island, be it Moorea, Huihine, Raiatea, Bora Bora. And should you want to come back and stay there.
Well, I thought it was sold. They didn't tell me it was sold.
What was that?
The Paul Gauguin, like to a Holland company. They were going to take it out of commission and they put
The
it
cruise
back.
director told me Grand Circle owns it,
Okay.
which I didn't know. The Grand Circle travel agency. I've gone on a lot of their
I think
trips.
they're out of Long Beach, aren't they?
No, Boston.